So Quentin Tarantino is slamming Hollywood as a flavorless sausage factory. And, you know, everybody likes their sausage to be flavored.
Yeah, usually.
But look, this is not the first time he's taken pot shots at Hollywood. And I guess he's kind of earned the right to, given, you know, his relative success. But I'm seeing more and more kind of old school directors coming out and being like, yeah, modern Hollywood sucks.
I keep hearing it a lot. Yeah.
And, you know, you start to see it more. And he mentions this too with older movies. I've been going to see a lot of retro movies at the theater. And when you see these movies in the theater, on the big screen, on the silver screen versus television, they do hit a little bit differently. But you also start to realize that the TLC that was involved in making these movies just does not seem to exist now. It's all product. It's all sausage.
Yeah, and it's not just him saying it. Like, we've had several actors coming out and saying it too, that it's by committee. It's, there's no art anymore. It's just like a load of crap. And it's just what you slap up there fast, slap up there cost effective. But then again, in the audiences, a lot of times they'll prefer the ones that are made for the mass market over like the art house films. So there's that too.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it depends on your taste, but I think we're starting to see at the box office that a lot of these manufactured corporate movies are not performing because people are over it, because there's nothing beyond just like, make this movie of this thing, this sequel, this remake, this whatever. I think the peak for that would be the Disney live action remakes, because they're just soulless. But
they did grabs. One like they got a lot of money from Lilo and Stitch, and now they're going to do them all over again. They were going to put them on pause, and now they're like, ramping them up. Moana's coming. Was it next month?
Yeah, and it looks not great. I mean, to be honest, it looks not great. It just looks like a bunch of people in front of a green screen, and The Rock looks like he's been taking some Ozempic or something. I don't know. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
If you'd like more Clownfish TV, go out to more.clownfishtv.com. That's more.clownfishtv.com for more episodes and podcasts you will not find on YouTube. And also, if you'd like to listen to us instead of watch us, you can listen on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio. Never miss an episode. So thank you very much for that. All right, this comes from Variety. Quentin Tarantino slams Hollywood as a flavorless sausage factory where miscast actors, audience pandering, or other stupid shit torpedoes every new movie. Wow.
Oh, not 100% wrong.
You sound like an alt-right chud there, Quentin.
Well, but then again, he thought West Side Story was great, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But he said flaws and plausibilities, audience pandering, miscast performers, or just plain stupid shit usually torpedoes every new movie coming out of the flavorless sausage factory that used to call itself Hollywood. These days, the entire concept of what is a movie is more inclined to inspire contempt in me than generosity, which is fair enough because the comparison the movies of the last 6 years make the 80s seem like the 30s.
You boomer chud, alt-right Nazi. So he's not wrong. I mean, I will say that there's more of a focus on product now, especially with companies like Disney that used to make art and now they're cranking out product. And when you hear the CEOs of these corporations that own the IP talking about it, like IP, product, whatever, you don't hear them talking about like, hey, the story, we've got a great idea, great characters. We wanted to make a movie that
Disney
makes people
does
think.
Sometimes, but Disney's, I would say, one of the main perpetrators of taking things like the Borg and assimilating it and not understanding what made it special, and then cranking out this tasteless, flavorless sausage, and then wondering why the audiences aren't coming anymore.
Yeah, because they get tired of it. And this is why I think we're seeing this kind of renaissance with low budget movies, the horror movies, because it's relatively cheap. I think just in general, a lot of stuff from like A24 and Neon, they're doing really well because audiences are like, I want a movie with some substance, And I remember watching Everything Everywhere All at Once for the first time, not knowing anything about it, and being completely floored because I'm like, that is the best movie I've seen probably in 10 years.
Yeah.
And it was so different and so unique, and you can tell they actually
back in the day, it used to be like a lot of the franchises today were different and unique when they came out, which is why they people loved them so much and why they ended up making more. And I think that's a whole nother story. You keep making 100 of them, it loses its specialness. But that's it. People would try to innovate. They'd come up with new ideas, and sometimes it was executed well, sometimes it wasn't. But at least it was new.
Yeah, in the 80s especially, we had so many new things. 70s and 80s, I'd say late 70s, throughout the entire decade of the 80s, it was a lot of new until we started getting sequelitis. And sequels were kind of a rare thing back in the day. And then after Star Wars, whatever, it was like, okay, now we can make a lot of money making
Star Trek too. And it was like
Star Trek, Rambo, that's when
they
we
were
started
doing Rocky. Like, what was the joke they made in like Spaceballs, Rocky 5000?
Oh, yeah. They did. It was called Rocky Balboa. And then we went into Creed. But there's still, I mean, if you told people back in the 80s that Sylvester Stallone would still be playing Rocky into his old age, that you'd still have all the, most of the cast of Star Wars coming back again and Star Trek, and they'd be like, that's crazy. Why would anybody play that role that long? But they're still doing it. Money. Till you're 90.
They just like, oh, what do we have that is evergreen? Let's just go back. The thing is that you've actually found a way to destroy evergreen.
And it is weird though, because I was thinking about I went to go see Batman yesterday. I took our daughter to go see Batman, 89 Batman on the big screen. They're bringing old movies back, and I love watching it. But it also makes me sad to watch movies like that, because you look at Batman and it wasn't perfect, but my God, they put so much TLC into that movie. Like it was a very different take on Batman. And I remember when it came out, it was incredibly controversial. But you can't argue in good faith that the people who worked on that movie didn't love what they were doing, and just the sets and the costumes and just the attention to detail, little things you notice on the big screen, like they're in the chemical factory and it actually had a whole logo for Gotham Electric Company and the meters and everything. I mean, little things like that.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't see that in movies now. It'd just be like, CGI slop. We hope they don't notice all the seams that it's AI, but he said, yeah, last movies I've seen that I like since then: West Side Story, Horizon, American Saga Chapter 1 and 2. His tastes are different. The Rip, it's a Netflix crime drama with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
I always thought Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are overrated.
They were joined at the hip. And I don't know if they still like each other. I know apparently Ben Affleck does not like Kevin Smith now. They had a big falling out because they all used to hang out together.
Join the club.
Maybe we can. I would rather hang out with Ben Affleck, especially since he got all the AI money. Than hang out with
I honestly don't like either one of them. So for me, I wouldn't want to hang out with either one. But
Speaking of Batman, he actually was probably the closest to comic book Batman we've ever gotten.
Yeah, you said that several times.
Because he is. And I didn't really care for the Snyderverse all that much overall. I'm sorry, guys, but I do think I would have liked to have seen a couple of standalone Batfleck movies. I think they would have been pretty decent. He said, as a suspenseful new movie has come out that did grab me for an entire duration. He's just talking about just the movies he's seen. Yeah, so that's like, he's basically just saying, like, look, he said this before, and a lot of these directors are coming out and saying it. They're like, yeah, it's slop. Hollywood's not what it used to be. We're not seeing any new things. When he says it, it's cool. When YouTubers say it, you're just chuds. You're not allowed to have an opinion. You're not allowed to say that the sausage is flavorless. You're supposed to consume. And really, I think it is Hollywood people hiring PR firms in some cases to try to shut people up.
It's like it used to be really good, like good sausage, and now it's like those little Vienna sausage things that are nasty.
Oh, little cocktail wieners?
Yeah, it's like that now.
Little wiener now and then?
They're mm-mm.
No, you don't want a squishy wiener. Nobody wants a squishy, tiny, squishy wiener.
No, it's all canned meat now and nothing fresh. So, yeah.
Anyway, are we going to wrap this up?
Yes.
There we go, guys. I think we're gonna see more of this, though. I think we're gonna have more Hollywood people coming out.
Well, I hope people. It's not just all talk. I hope some of these Hollywood people, find ways to get more and more new things, because you're not going to have for all there. We want to be on a new franchise. We need to. They're milking things to death. They're trying to find something new. But if you don't allow people to do new things, you're not going to find new things.
Yeah. that's just it. If we never get anything new, and I feel like we're definitely stuck in a cycle. I feel like the record has been skipping for the last couple decades now. And I'm not a huge horror fan, but I do appreciate the fact that we're starting to get some new movies because we need that. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe. We'll talk later.
Bye.